All right, how's it going? So another bonus episode here. All my Famicom carts that I've gotten so far have all been naked, just regular cartridges, because that's the cheapest way to get them. Anything boxed can be a little bit pricey. In this case, I really felt like I got a really good price on this, so I sort of jumped on it when I could. You might recognize it from a video I already did. I'll put a link to that. Hopefully it'll show up in the video. If not, it'll be in the description. Valkyrie no Boken, something like the Legend of Valkyrie, the McKee time something. Sorry, I messed up the name last time too. But yeah, this is cool because this is an original Famicom boxed. It's complete in box basically. There's a little bit of superficial damage. Maybe that's why I got it cheap enough, because it's got a nick in there. But it doesn't bother me too much. Never the way, it feels like it's in really good shape. And this was the game that Namco put out that seemed so close to The Legend of Zelda before The Legend of Zelda really hit it big. They almost had the formula right. So looking at this, it reminds me of how, sometimes Nintendo cartridges are referred to as Nintendo tapes. And this reminds me a lot of like a cassette tape case. I just had to get a cassette tape out just to compare it, just to see how close it is. It's just a little bit bigger and just a little bit thicker, but is really close. These are the real Nintendo tapes, I guess. So open it up. The box is otherwise in pretty good shape, and here's the cartridge. I don't know how well it shows up in the camera. It probably doesn't show up awesomely, but the label is in perfect shape. It is nice and glossy and smooth, and the colors are really crisp. This is the original cartridge that I got, and side by side you can sort of make out how sort of paler it is. It's not as bright. I guess it's a little bit of a sun fading. It never looked that bad to me when I got it at the time at all, but this one is so much nicer. And you'll notice that the end label is different. This is the thing that I didn't realize about Namco Famicom carts, is when you bought them, they came with a sticker sheet. That's why sometimes when you see Namco carts, they don't always have an end label, because they probably didn't get put on. So they come with three. They come with one with the name, one with graphics, and then one just with a line where I guess you would just write your name in. So that's really neat. I don't know if any other cartridges did that, but this is how the Namco carts came. And here you got your instruction manual, map, and the registration card is in here too. So this is pretty complete. Registration card's got more of the artwork on there. So I don't usually go gaga for complete stuff because I don't have a lot of room to display it or store it. But this was really neat. So here you got something that even outshines the Legend of Zelda pack-in, I think. I mean, this is just great sort of sepia-toned paper, the full map on it. Almost all filled in, not quite. I noticed that the original owner wrote in some notes in a couple places. Of course, I can't read them, but I could probably translate them without too much trouble. And on the back is the underworld, where the dungeons are. I guess the dungeons all link up in some way, potentially. It shows off two entrances there, but I haven't played this game enough to get the whole lay of the land in this game. And then you got your cartridge. That's NES instruction manuals came very similar to this, right? I mean, they're a little bit bigger, but it's with the same style. And I really like the art in here. I wish there was a little bit more of it, but it's cool. They had a cool character going here. It's really weird they didn't do more with her. She didn't even really have a proper name. She's just the Valkyrie. Yeah, this is so Zelda-ish. But again, this came out contemporaneously with Zelda. I don't want to say definitively it came out before, but we're definitely talking in the same time period. So I don't think there was any direct influence at all. I think if there was, they probably would have smoothed over some of the errors that they made in this game, especially with the progression. They do take you through to, kind of like a walkthrough to get you to basically where I've gotten to. I've gotten as far as here, the pyramid, and that's about it as far as my own personal progress. They actually wrote the original owner obviously wrote some of their passwords on here. I already checked these. I was originally going to have a show off of the codes during the gameplay, but they actually never made it that far in the game. I made it further with the game save that I showed off in the original video, so there's really no point entering these codes in, but I already checked them out. They must use a separate piece of paper, but yeah, that's the one big problem with this game is the progression. Not just using a password, but the fact that it doesn't keep track of the gear that you've bought. It only keeps track of your money and your experience level, and some of the magic you've unlocked. But yeah, so this is my only complete in box Famicom pickup, and it's cool. I like this a lot because I think this is such a unique game. It's not a very well-known game, which is obviously why I got it for a cheap price. But it's cool. I'm going to find some way to display this in some way. So if I get more boxes, I'll let you know, but I don't plan to. But I definitely wanted to show this off. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time, hopefully. Cheers.